Hi there, welcome. My name is Kim Fletcher. I am a life coach. I am an author. Most of all, those are just roles, but who I really am is a radical lover of Jesus who absolutely loves helping to equip other people to live out lives of extraordinary freedom, extraordinary faith. I love helping people connect their days to their highest purpose, their greatest dreams. So I want to welcome you to my first edition of what I'm, at least at this stage in time, calling Unscripted. The reason I'm calling this video series Unscripted, you're going to be able to figure that out very quickly. I don't have a script. So it's a very cool, modern, fresh sounding way of letting you know this is off the top of my head. Actually, what I really hope is that this series of videos that's going to be coming to you are actually off the top of my heart. It's great to think, but sometimes as human beings, if we're not careful, we will think ourselves into oblivion. So I'm really trying to learn in this season of life how to live in tune with my heart, the part that is in total oneness with the Father, with the Lord Jesus Christ. And so, I'm just excited to be talking with you. Chances are, if you're receiving this video, it may have to do with the fact that you recently downloaded a free copy of my new book, which is titled Escape the Mundane: Create a Life That You Love on Any Budget. Over the next handful of videos, I'm going to expound a little bit on some of the concepts that I shared in my book, Escape the Mundane. If you have read it, you know that the book showcases a bit of my personal story of having downsized to this tiny little home that you actually are seeing in this video. At least you see a little snippet of it there behind me. This beautiful painting that's over my shoulder here, I'm going to be telling you a little bit more about that in a future video, but chances are some of you might actually be distracted, paying no attention to me and just paying attention to the extraordinary beauty of this healing wave that is here over my shoulder. And actually that's symbolic. I positioned myself here for a reason for this video, because I want to let you know I'm not trying to sell you on the next product in these videos. I'm not trying to even sell you on my coaching concepts and Escape the Mundane. What I really want to be is a presence in your life that brings a healing wave, a refreshing perspective that gets you thinking outside the box. I don't know if you're like me, but I find that I have to constantly shake off the weight and the influence of the world. If you haven't paid attention, our culture will put you in a box. Culture will put you in a box. Media will put us in a box. Sometimes people in our own circles, if we're not careful, will attempt to put us in a box different than what we were designed for. And so I'm going to be sharing with you, again, expounding a little bit on some of the concepts in Escape the Mundane. But here's the first thing I want to do. These conversations that we're going to share through video are going to mean more if you've actually read the book. Don't worry if you're not a big reader. It's 30 whole pages. I think anyone, probably starting at about third grade, could take it in and find something meaningful in it and certainly absorb the concept. So first of all, between now and the next video, I want you to go and I want you to make sure that you actually read Escape the Mundane. If for any reason someone has accessed this video who has no idea what I'm talking about, here is the adorable book cover for Escape the Mundane that a great friend of mine did. Again, I'll be telling you about her as well and her services and graphic design in a future episode. But right now, I just wanted you to see the cover and let you know that anyone can access this book of mine, which is life coaching style, designed to help shake you out of the box you might be in, help shake you out of if you're feeling a bit stuck or dry in this season of life. And you can access this by simply going onto the internet and putting in the link KimFletcherCoach.com. KIMFletcher, coach as in a life coach. Clever, right? COACH at, no, not at anything, KimFletcherCoach.com. Sorry, I got carried away. I told you this was unscripted. So KimFletcherCoach.com. Now listen, make sure when you go to access that video, don't put that down in the search bar like on Google or wherever you might be searching on the internet. Put that actually up in the bar where the web address actually belongs. And this is the thought that I want to leave you with today. I have the single most cute keychain, maybe, at least in my town. I can say that with confidence, but I don't know. This might be the cutest keychain in the country. You may not agree because we're all different and have different tastes and styles, but this is actually one of my very favorite style of shoes. You can see it's a little duck boot. It has a little bit of throwback to my having been voted most preppy in high school. Yep, I was the kid back in the day that wore the plaid pants and all sorts of fun things like that. Definitely never socks, not even in the winter. Got to show your ankles. But anyway, here's why I'm showing you this boot. Clearly, I love these boots. I love this keychain. But here's why I'm showing you this boot. I want you to do a little bit of thinking between now and the next video installment that you'll receive shortly. I want you to do a little bit of thinking about what is your next step. Again, if you've read Escape the Mundane, or if you go and do that soon, you're going to really have your thoughts and feelings jogged a little bit around any place in life you might be feeling a bit stuck or dry. But that's the thought I want to leave with you. What is your next step? What do you feel like your next step needs to be in life? What is an area of your life that is in desperate need of an upgrade? What is something that you've been longing to accomplish that just has continued to elude you? What is a dream that you've almost let die? I'm going to talk to you in a future video about why our highest dreams do tend to die. And we're going to shake some of those back awake, hopefully, in these coming videos. I want to leave you with a quick testimonial from Escape the Mundane. I have a friend who is from my hometown in North Carolina. He actually traveled to a conference in another state. And during the course of the conference, this just happened a couple of weeks ago, a couple got up on the stage to share a bit of their story. They actually mentioned the title of Escape the Mundane. Maybe my moment of fame, they actually said my name. But this is what was amazing. And my friend called me immediately. He's like, you're not going to believe it. I'm out of town. There's a couple here who's from another state altogether. He was in a different state at this conference. So now we have 3 states represented. My home state, the state he was visiting, the state this couple was from. And he said the couple actually shared that they had recently read Escape the Mundane. Still to this day, I have no idea who the couple is or how they accessed the link to my free book. But the book had actually inspired them to make a major lifestyle change that would free them up to do more of what was really in their heart to be doing in this season of their life. So that's why I'm leaving you with this thought. What's your next step? What area of life do you need to take a look at? Maybe it's time, to put your boot down, to put your foot down on some things and say enough. It's time. Because I'll tell you something that I tell a lot of my coaching clients as we part. Someday never comes, my friends. We'll say, someday when I retire, I'll do this or that. Someday I'll invest in that. Someday when I get over this hurt. Someday when I get past this busy place that I'm in. And what I found over the 15 years or so that I've been life and business coaching individuals, someday never comes. We have to get proactive. We have to decide that today is the day to change the direction of our steps. And as you know, if you take a walk, where you put your foot for that next step, and then the next step, and the next step after that, and the next step after that is ultimately going to determine the direction that you're headed in. So I promise you, the steps that you're taking toward a better life today will get you somewhere. It may feel slow at first, it may feel tedious, but don't worry. Better days are coming. Dreams are being awakened back to life. Freedom, a wave of freedom. Here it is behind me, a wave of healing and freedom I speak over your life. I just appreciate you so much. I want to thank you for accessing the link to Escape the Mundane. I want to thank you for those that have sent stories in. I want to thank you for your interest in my rambling, unscripted thoughts. So I'm going to leave you with that. Be thinking, what's your next step? What do you feel like your next step needs to be? And we're going to see if we can't gain some traction in some of those areas in the coming videos and some of my rambling thoughts. Perhaps I'll even address, if you give me permission, some of the things you're saying you want to access. Maybe we can actually take some of those and break them down, and I can do a little bit of distance coaching through these videos for some of you that are looking to take that next step. Be encouraged. Do not lose faith. Do not lose heart. That I can promise you. I'll tell you a bit more of my story one day, but if I've learned anything in the last couple of years of life, it is when you may feel like nothing is actually happening, that God is moving mightily on your behalf, aligning things in your life so that your strengths, your talents, your gifts, your resources will all begin to line up. Because I can tell you one thing for certain, and I'm living it. If it's your heart to make a difference in this earth, and you look to God to give you the blueprint for how to do that, He will not let you miss that mark. He will not let you miss your mark. So make sure the steps you're taking are hand in hand with the Lord Jesus. Be sure that anything I say to you, you weigh it back against His word. And be sure that when you determine where your next step is going to take you, make sure it lines up with the depths of the vision and identity that you have beating in your own heart. Have a marvelous day. It's Friday when I'm crafting this video. I'm not sure when you'll see it. But if you see it on a Friday, have a great weekend. If you see it on a Wednesday, have a great week. If you see it on a Monday, even Monday can be great because you have the power to make it great. Thanks, Kim Fletcher. Access the book link. Feel free to share it at kimfletchercoach.com. Until next time, go enjoy that unscripted life as waves of freedom wash over you. Thanks, and have a great day.